Hello you guys, it is Jksthind and I'm back with another makeup video. And today's look is something that I'm kind of venturing out of my comfort zone for because I'm not too fond of like silvery metallics at all. So I did have to venture out just a little bit outside my comfort zone to do this look, but I love it so much. And because we are quarantining, trying new things is great. So this is the look, and I'm gonna stop yapping and just get right into it. Today I wanted to dip into the Shahed Conspiracy palette because this is one of my all-time favorite palettes. The packaging is just so perfect. The color story is just so different. I feel like I don't have anything like this in my collection, so I gravitate towards it a lot. I really want to use the shade Sleep Paralysis, which is this gray sort of bronzy toned shimmer, and it's just absolutely stunning. So we're gonna go ahead and do something with that today, but this is gonna be all from the Conspiracy palette. I don't know if I'm gonna dip into anything else, but for right now I think I'm just gonna dip into this guy. So I've already actually primed my lid with my concealer, and I have patted down some powder on top just to give it less of a tacky base. And I'm gonna first go into this coffee color shade right here called Tanacon, and I'm gonna blend that into my crease. And you'll kind of notice that I'm using a really small fluffy brush to kind of pack this on. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my Morphe 441 brush, and I'm going to go in on top of that and then just blend that out. And do you see how it easily just diffuses that color outward, whereas I would have had to pack it on and stuff like that. And this is the perfect way to get your color to sit exactly where you need it to sit. So if you want it to be right in the crease, but then you have a little bit of a harsh edge, using a bigger fluffy brush to kind of just circular motion and blend it out is definitely gonna help everything look super seamless. So next I'm gonna go into the Diet Root Beer shade right there, and I'm gonna pop this on the outer V of my eye, but also a little bit into my crease. And I'm gonna keep using that small brush because that's gonna help me kind of get right into the crease, build up the dimension, and then we're gonna go back into the 441 brush and just kind of diffuse everything. And I'm not blending it past like halfway of my eye. So if my eye is divided right there, I'm not bringing it past that into my inner corner at all. I'm just leaving it there, and then I'm gonna go in and blend it. All right, okay. So now that I have that done, I'm actually gonna go into this maroon shade right here, which is called Not a Fact. One thing that I do wish was in this palette was a dark sort of chocolatey brown. Every time that I've done an eye look where I kind of have that need for a really nice chocolatey brown, I've just been using this shade, and it doesn't come off too brown, but it doesn't come off too red either. It's actually a really pretty color for like deepening your outer edge. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do with this guy. And I'm gonna bring it closer to the lash line. So the reason why I like using several different techniques, something like this, on like sort of a more like, where I want like that defined gradient, I'll use this trick because this will give me a better gradient. However, on some days, like my like sort of bronzy tutorials, or like where I do the Hollywood glam or anything like that, I'll just use one brush. And I guess the deal for that is the fact that when you want all those colors to kind of blend together and create a very nice sort of like, like subtle gradient of whatever, and usually that's browns for like a bronzy eye, those help. Like using one brush helps just kind of meld the colors together, and you end up with a lot of product on your brush, and that's okay for those types of looks. However, for the type of look that I'm doing today, I want everything to be very like this, but also like very blended, so like for it to have like several different colors and for there to kind of be a spectrum. So I kind of want to show off like, oh, I did put in like 7 different colors on my eyes today, you know? So that's why I kind of like using this technique when I'm doing something like this. If I'm doing something a little bit more bronzy, a little bit more smoky, then it's like, okay, like, you know, you can kind of just take the same brush because that'll just enhance how smoky your eye looks. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, and I'm going to go into Diet Root Beer, and I'm going to take this on my lower lash. I'm going to go into that Not a Fact shade, the maroon shade. This is just going to rest on the outer third of my eye. And these do have quite a bit of fallout. That doesn't personally bother me, but if it does bother you, then I would suggest doing your eyes first. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this flat tip brush, and I'm going to pick up that shade Sleep Paralysis that I was telling you guys about earlier. This guy right here. So beautiful, so gorgeous. And I'm just gonna pick this up on one side of the brush. Oh my god, that looks beautiful. I love that so much. However, I just want a little bit more definition on my outer corner. So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna dip into this black shade right here that says My Ride Is Here, and just the slightest tap into it because this black is very, very pigmented. And I'm just gonna bring that closer to the lash line. So I'm going to go into that flat tip brush. Wherever I might have lost some opacity, I'm going to go back into it. That looks so good, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and kick off my base. So now I'm just going to do bronzer, blush, highlight, liner. So I'm going to line I'm just going to tight line my lash line with my It Cosmetics Superhero Liner. This is one of the best. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look. I love it so much. It's so glamorous. It's so just oomph. And I love that so much. But if you guys have any comments, etc., or anything like that, any suggestions for future videos, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. And go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the love that you guys have been showing me. And you guys are literally making my dreams come true. And sometimes it's like, my heart is so full because so many people support me. But if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and give me a like, etc., etc. Leave me some comments on what you guys would like to see, and I love responding to all of those. Make sure to also follow me on IG and Twitter at Jksthind. I am more active there, I guess. And yeah. So with that being said, you guys, I will see you guys in a video super, super soon. Mwah. Bye, guys.